Then we're going to move on. We're taking no prisoners today. I'd like to introduce to the stage, to the virtual platform, Cher Smith from the Swindon Food Collective. Cher, over to you.
Hi there, can you hear me all right? Can anybody hear me? Okay.
Yes, we can.
Right, I'm going to introduce you to Swindon Food Collective, which is your local food bank. We have been going in Swindon for about 18 years now, but as the Food Collective, this is our third year, coming up fourth year. So although the name has changed, a lot hasn't, except the numbers of people coming to us has changed and the way we do things is slightly different. So I'm going to talk you through the reasons why people come to us, and then how you can become a referring agent and how we get to those people we're missing at the moment.
Cher, just to let you know, your camera's off. I don't know if that's on purpose.
No. Is that better? It says it's on.
Okay. I can't see you, but maybe.
Cher, you were on.
Yeah,
I can see you.
Oh, apologies.
Am I on now?
There you go. I've got you now. Sorry about that.
Okay. So obviously people are referred to us for many, many reasons. And a lot of people have this myth that you have to be homeless or on benefits to come to us. Well, you don't. It's families, it's people who are working, it's people on low wages, no wages, people who've just had a family crisis. And it can be as simple as, for instance, we had one mum who was living in Wootton Bassett, a single mum, worked in Malmesbury, children educated in Swindon, and was doing the eternal triangle. Had a car crash, car written off. So for a month, she had to hire a car, deal with the insurance, get a new car, set up the leasing, and then readjust her budget. So we actually helped them out for that month so that she could go to work, earn her money, keep her children in education. And that's, it can be as simple as that, or it can be as big as a bereavement, sickness, redundancy. There's a whole host of reasons why people should be coming to us, but they feel they can't. So my message to you is I want you to get people out there thinking that perhaps this is somewhere that can help them over a small crisis or a large crisis, because we can refer them on to other people. Christians Against Poverty, Citizens Advice, or maybe accommodation or legal or housing advice. So I want you all to become referring agents if you're not, or if you are, then I want you to check that you're doing it right, and that you are getting to the right groups. So the first thing you need to do to become a referring agent is email us. And so the easiest thing to do is email admin@swindonfoodcollective.org. It's very, very simple. All our email addresses are just swindonfoodcollective.org, and you just put admin at the beginning or someone's name. So you will then be sent a referring guideline. I know you probably can't see that properly, but it's a 4-page document. And in that, you will be guided through how to become a referring agent and how to give your client the best service. So you talk amongst your team and you get your team to sign up, not just one person, but your team. Anybody leaves the team, anybody join the team, encourage them to become a referring on the list as well. So you would fill in a form and it's got specimen signatures on, and your team goes on that. So that's your contact details that we keep. In that, we encourage you, especially during COVID, to do text referrals. So each distribution centre has a telephone, and they have their number next to it, their opening times and their addresses. So that too, this will be in our podcast, but you've got the phone numbers here, the full address and the days and time that they're opening. Now at the moment, we've got all 8 distribution centres that we've normally had. Sorry, 7. We've now got 8 because we've just opened Lynham, and that's at St Michael's, opposite the Co-op in Lynham. So we've got Lynham, we've got Wootton Bassett, we've got Highworth, we've got Freshbrook, we've got St Peter's at Pen Hill, we've got St John's at Whitbourne Avenue, we've got the Bridge at Highworth, as I said, St Mary's Ropponchini, and St Aldams in the town centre. We have at least one distribution centre open Monday to Friday. Most days there's 2 and sometimes there's 3. So you need to look on our website if you haven't got your guidelines in front of you to be able to do that. Now, the vouchers are changing just slightly. So the old vouchers, blue and white, very simple to add in. And on the back, you had all the distribution centres. And on the front, there was a few typos, so we've corrected those. But what we've added on the new one, which looks very, very similar, is that if somebody is collecting for them, they must get that person to fill it in as well, so we know who's collecting for them. It's really important that you fill it in as much as possible. So it's name, address, postcode, the number of children and the ages of the children, and the number of adults and the age group that the adults fall in. It might be there's 3 adults because granny might be living them, or they've got teenagers who are 16, 17, 18, they would class as an adult. And then they come along to which distribution centre they want. What you have to be clear about is the reason you are referring them, and it's a catch-all situation. So we've got benefit delays, benefit changes, sanctions, bereavement, delayed wages, sickness, unemployment, no income, which includes no recourse to public funds, but we are separating that one out now, debt, family crisis, low income, or other. So please try to be very, very clear why those people are coming to us, because we're collecting that data not only for IFAN, but also we share it with people like Trust will Trust, Fair Share, but we're also using it in our fundraising applications as well. So when you get your pack of vouchers, you will be asked to sign for them, a very simple form. That's how we track who's got the forms. And then you can keep a list on a voucher list of who you have sent through. Now, normally it's 3 referrals in 6 months, but we're being very relaxed on that at the moment. So please do feel free to send people. In the last year, it's fluctuated between 6,500 and 7,200 people that we've fed. We've had in over 100 tonnes of food, and we've given out 90 tonnes of food, almost 90 tonnes of food. Between 31 and 33% of the people that come to us at any one time are children. And that all equates to over 73,000 meals being provided to people in need. If you need more information, as I say, you can go onto our website, which is very, very simple, swindonfoodcollective.org. You can drop us an email, and that's the safest way to get your guidelines and get back to us. Or you can give us a call, and that's 07932 108 732. And if you've got any questions, I'll be happy to ask them.
Beautiful. Thank you very much, Cher. And I saw Rosemary's got her hand up right away. Rosemary.
Hi, Rosemary.
Sorry, I just needed to unmute myself. Do you have any concerns, Cher, about multi-referrals? So, you know, sort of the same person or family being referred to you by different agencies?
Right. So that's why the information on the vouchers is so crucial to us. We put it into our database, and every Monday we produce what we call a +3 report, and that goes to our distribution centres. So if this is someone's 4th, 5th, 6th time, then we are talking to them as to say, you really must be doing something about this. Have you attended your CAP meetings? Have you attended your CAB meetings? Especially if it's debt or benefit delays or benefit crisis, we can help them with that. So yes, we do monitor it very, very closely, and we have those conversations with people, and we've got brilliant communication pathways with Citizens Advice, Christians Against Community, and the emergency assistance team, June Boucherie at SBC, and all those teams, and we are talking constantly to each other. So we haven't had anybody, touch wood and whistle, abuse the system in the last couple of years. So but we've been able to help a lot of people in difficult situations. One case with Citizens Advice, we fed one gentleman, I think it was 12 times, and that was because there was an appeal going on. They'd cut his benefits down to about £200 a month, and there was a real reason that could be substantiated that he needed that support. At the end of that time, he got a job. So, you know, so it's all about negotiation and consultation.
Thank you very much. Caroline, I'm
Joel,
going to give someone else a question. So I'll come back to you, Rosemary, if there's time. But I'm going to ask Caroline for her question, please.
Cher's already answered one of them. One of them is how many times can people be referred to the service? But the other thing was, well, firstly, can I say, fantastic. I wasn't aware that your service did as much as it does, and I'm sharing with the whole team. I work in the initial contact team, Swindon Borough Council Social Services. The other thing is you mentioned a phone number which I missed, so I couldn't hear what you were saying.
Okay, the number again is 07 932 108 732.
Lovely, thank you.
You brought up a good point actually about how much we do, because I forgot to tell you, but during COVID in the last year, we've been doing home from hospital bags, and they are small bags that are given to the discharge team and the social workers at the hospital that have freed up vital hospital beds. And so for the sake of a £5 bag, we freed up a basic bed of £400 per day. And I think we've given about 200 of those out over the last year. And so that was our contribution to COVID. And we're going to continue with that. We were doing it piecemeal before then, but Tracy King at the hospital is brilliant. And so we've been doing that. And the Bobby van also has a couple on board in case there's a crisis during a crime. On top of that, those 6,500, 7,200, where it fluctuates over the year, people we've fed. We also do bulk deliveries to Culvery Court, Great Western Hotel, Booth House, the Foyer, Women's Aid. So we're also putting that sort of stuff out, but those numbers of people aren't included in our people because we don't know how necessarily many people are there at any one time. But yeah, so if you want any help, don't hesitate to ring.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
Thank you for that. And Cher, your team's not yet on the Swindon VX directory, but if we can get a listing for you up there, Cher, that would be great, because that's where we'll be sending all of these, and of those contact details will be there. I'm going to take one more quick question, which is Teresa. So over to you, Teresa.
Hi, Cher. I'm the social prescriber at Carfax. I have referred to you before. I've got 3 very quick questions. One, is it just food, or do you include toiletries and sanitary products? And when you give out the food, how many days worth do you give them at one time? And thirdly, are you getting enough donations?
Right, firstly, brilliant questions. Thank you very much. No, they're pre-packed boxes. So in the boxes, they've got 19 basic products. And out of those 19 basic products, it can last. I think one of our teams has made, let's have a look. I think they made 17 meals out of a single box. But it all depends what you've got in your cupboard, in your freezer, if anything. And so a family box, you could make, double that amount of meals using the items that are in the box. But if you haven't got anything, then it could be 5 days, up to 5 days food, depending how hungry you are and whether you would make a large tin of baked beans last 1 day or 2 days. Or there's 3 children having a lunch, baked beans on toast. So alongside those boxes, they're pre-prescribed and they go down pre-packed from the warehouse to the distribution centres. We give out sanitary wear, so there's tampons and there's pads. There's toothpaste, shampoo, conditioner, there's shower gel, there's soap, liquid soap, bars of soap, there's razors, shaving foam, deodorant, there's wash pods, powder, conditioner, bleach, cleaning, surface cleaning, wipes, cloths, pet food, baby food, nappies, wet wipes, you name it, we've got it. And occasionally we have gifts. So we've got games and chocolates. We've got loads of Easter eggs at the moment, if anybody wants an Easter egg. And if a child comes to us and he was saying we had a little boy who said it was his mummy's birthday soon, we were able to sneak him a present for him to give to his mum. And so it's just those sort of simple things. So when we get nice toiletries, we like to keep those aside for birthday presents and things like that.
Okay, do you just want to, the final part, thanks for answering those. The final part was, do you have enough donations?
Yes. Food, at the moment, we're incredibly short of sugar. We do have a lot of the norm things like pasta. I think everybody's got a mountain of pasta. We've got tea, which is too much. So we're being very specific about what we need now, which are things like fruit juices, sugar, squash, and we will put that on our website. So food donations, we've got lots of pickup points, and at the moment we're back to normal levels, so that's okay. Financially, we did very well with grants during COVID, which enabled us to expand our services and our capability, thank goodness, because we haven't missed a day. I think we missed 2 days at the beginning where we had to shut, rescope, and we've gone from 65 volunteers down to 25. So throughout that, we've been working on a skeleton crew, but where we normally work maybe 2-3 days in the warehouse, we're doing 5 days and 6 days distribution. We were doing Saturdays as well. So we've actually adjusted quite a bit. Financial donations now are very slim pickings, but that will pick up, I'm sure, once the economy picks up and people go back to church and they go back to being normal. And they look at their own budgets and their own economies. So we can't say too much about that because I think everybody's in the same boat at the moment.
That's absolutely fantastic. Thank you very